Welcome back. You're still watching Power Breakfast right here on Citizen TV, and it's time for us to wrap up the news review this morning. And a quick look, because the KCPE exam results took a lot of the front pages. So let's take a look at the back page, and I'll give you gentlemen one last opportunity just to give a comment on any of these headlines, and probably a final comment. There's the issue of the IEBC interviews for the commissioner started yesterday, but initially they'd given a short list of 5 people for the post of chairman. They have re-advertised for that position, and that's the headline on the back page, where the government spokesman is quoted saying that IEBC panel selection panel is independent, and therefore they were within their right to re-advertise the position of chairman. There's that. There's also the fact that aspiring MPs may soon need college degrees, and for MCAs they need diplomas, but by 2022 even MCAs will need college degrees. That's the other headline. Probably the only other headline that I can think of is the fact that anyone aspiring for an elective position come next year, starting next week, will no longer be allowed to hold a harambe. Yeah, you are aware of that. So final comments. Let's start with you, Bonairon Kangata.
First, on the issue of the IEBC, I think that's a good thing. The names that were shortlisted were coming from regions which are dominated by certain big ethnic tribes, which polarize this country when it comes to politics. So you pick one, the other are very unhappy. You pick this other one, the other ones are very unhappy. So it was not a wise decision from where I sit to have candidates coming from such kind of regions. So to me, it is good to restart the process. Most likely we look for a tribe that does not engage in contentious politics. On the other issue of degrees, my position has been very clear. I don't support the idea of we have what we call elitocracy. That is the rule by some elites. I believe even a person who never went to study it or even from 4, he may have some wisdom that he needs to be able to bring it in Parliament. And by the way, you must understand, where power is being practice or exercise in a monolithic manner, let's say like a CEO or even a president or a governor, at that point most likely you can have higher education qualifications. But in places where power is being exercised in a collegiate manner, like the assembly or a school board, you need what we call diversity. That is, a person who is a degree graduate, a person who doesn't have a youth, a person with disability. So to that extent, I disagree with that philosophy. I was not in the National Assembly. I blame myself. Most likely I would have objected. But I'm not saying this one because I have any vested interest. Yes. This one is not going to affect me at all. I have a degree. But I think it's unfair to knock out. Okay. There's so many. My
director informs me that in a short while we should be going live to the University of Nairobi, where the 56th graduation ceremony is about to kick off, and that event is being broadcast live. So I'll request that we make our final comments brief, because we only have like 2-3 minutes. But before I let you go, I understand you're launching your manifesto for as you seek the Senate seat for Murang'a.
Yes, tomorrow at Keno at 1 p.m. I'll be launching my Senate manifesto. I'm calling everyone to come and attend tomorrow 1 p.m. at a place called Keno.
Asante sana. Bwana Okoth.
For this weekend, starting today, I'll be visiting different organizations that serve children from vulnerable backgrounds, children's homes, children's centers in Kibra, to spread the Christmas cheer. And we are not allowed to do Harambee as elected officers anymore, but nothing stops you from delivering.
You still have this weekend.
Nothing stops you from delivering the Christmas goodies to the less fortunate, and I ask anybody who's blessed with it to think about the less fortunate society and find a way to help them. And we pray for children who've done to be a success in life. We wish you the best as you prepare for secondary school in January.
Thank you. Of course, I want to give Bwana Eric Ryder the very last opportunity, because it's your first time on the panel. So
okay, I'm always thankful, Fred, for the opportunity to share and to speak on different issues. I think we would want to really build on the momentum that we've seen from the Ministry of Education, coming from Dr. Fred Matiang'i, and really saying that I wish we could also have a session of where best practice on how to deliver in government can be happening. So when people do well, I think we have the responsibility to congratulate them and to really then challenge them that institutionalize the reforms for the good of the country. country. It is good that we remember the late John Mishuki. Now we would challenge Dr. Matiang'i and the group to not only be remembered for the good work, but also be remembered for institutionalizing and consolidating the reforms that they've had for the good of our country.
Okay, thank you, Bwana Kimosop. Finally,
finally, I would want to thank you for inviting me here. I would also want to thank you very much and congratulate the Inspector General of Police. We had the police van here, and they are motivated, and they are doing what they are doing very well. The Bernadette Musundi panel were not job seekers.
Yes.
These are people we took in because, as a country, because we trusted in their power of judgment. Let us not intimidate them with unfair criticisms. Let us give them all the opportunity to give Kenya the kind of commission they deserve. Finally, I'll mention one thing which has touched my heart very much. I would want to pass a word of congratulations. I might not support him in his politics and all that, but after Mama Osinya was killed by terrorists, Nairobi Senator Sonko took up that family. And we can see he's doing a good job. So let us have more Kenyans with that spirit, so that we defeat the spirit of and the spirit of violence.
Okay. Thank you, Bwana Eric Kirai, the government spokesman, for even agreeing to come and be part of this news review panel right here on Citizen TV. Thank you also, Bwana Vincent Kimosop, our analyst, Bwana Ken Okoth, MP for Kibra, and Irungu Kangata, Member of Parliament for Kiharu. That has been our news review this morning. We now need to enjoy some music.